Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Martin Dreyfus Show. Today, the UN released a statement about the Democratic Republic of Korea um, and their ballistic missile test. So, without any further ado,
Noon, everyone.
here's the representatives on that test and their thoughts.
Thank you for being here. We stand united today in condemning the DPRK's March 5th local time launch of a ballistic missile. Like the 10 other ballistic missile launches since the beginning of the year, this act by the DPRK violated multiple Security Council resolutions. While the DPRK escalates its destabilizing actions, the Security Council continues to remain silent.
So, obviously, this is them no longer remaining silent. Um, 10 ballistic missile tests from North Korea is a little bit scary because I don't fear Vladimir Putin going fully insane like I fear Kim Jong Un going fully insane. When I talk about nuclear war and somebody really thinking about ending the world, I think about somebody who really has nothing to lose. Kim Jong Un knows, you know, if it's Korea or nothing, it's really nothing at the end of the day. And him testing these missiles and doing all these things with his military is probably for one day to give it one shot. Give it one shot to take the world. And he doesn't care if his people die. He doesn't care if he gets bombarded. We know this because he doesn't take care of them. So 10 ballistic missile tests is a little scary. I'm curious to see what them no longer staying silent means.
Each ballistic missile launch that results in inaction by the Council erodes the credibility of the UN Security Council itself in addressing the DPRK and undermines the global non-proliferation regime. We remain committed to seeking serious and sustained diplomacy with the DPRK. The United States and others repeatedly have offered dialogue without preconditions, but the DPRK has failed to respond. Instead of embarking on a path of diplomacy and de-escalation, the DPRK has chosen to carry out an increasingly escalatory series of ballistic missile launches in total violation of international law.
Is anyone really surprised that North Korea is not communicating? This has been forever. So what are you gonna do about it? That's what I'm here for. That's what everyone's really here for. What are you gonna do about it?
We stand ready to collaborate and determine a mutually agreeable approach with other council members to address the DPRK's provocations. But let us start with the basic premise that the Council has a responsibility to speak publicly about clear and repeated violations of Security Council resolutions. We call on all Council members to speak with one voice in condemning these dangerous and unlawful acts. Albania.
I know that you're gonna, call out certain nations and everything, but again, what are you gonna do? I mean, what does these verbal condemnations really mean? Don't do that, North Korea. Nope, don't do that. You're not even slapping his hand. You're just telling him no and letting him touch the stove and do whatever he wants. One day that's going to bite you guys in the ass. Inaction is the worst kind of action. Like, make a decision. I don't care that you stand together. What does that mean?
Australia, Brazil, France, Ireland, Japan, New Zealand, Norway, and Republic of Korea, the United Kingdom, and the United States have previously expressed our concerns clearly and unequivocally. We urge all member states to implement fully all Security Council resolutions related to DPRK to abandon to DPRK. The Security Council resolutions also obligate the DPRK to abandon the weapons of mass destruction and ballistic missile programs in a complete and verifiable, irreversible manner. The international sanctions regime is an important tool for addressing this threat to international peace and security. We reaffirm.
And so that's what they want to do is okay, no more nuclear, no more ballistic. You guys don't get weapons. We have to come up with a mutually agreeable factor that Kim Jong Un said, oh, I don't want any more bombs. Okay. So let's get past the obvious. You're going to tell him not to do this. I mean, without even talking to you, he's going to give you the middle finger and keep doing it. So what's the next step? Do you outline that?
Reaffirm our commitment to diplomacy as the means for achieving the complete denuclearization of the Korean Peninsula. We urge Pyongyang to respond positively to outreach from the United States as well as from others. We continue to call on the DPRK to choose the path of dialogue over instability and to prioritize the basic needs and human rights of its own people over its unlawful WMD and ballistic missile program. Thank you very much.
So, in conclusion, no one wants a complete psycho with nothing to lose to have WMDs, ballistic missile tests, and for him to do something stupid like launch a nuke at the United States, ideally for us to blow it out of the sky and then have to blow Korea into the dirt. No one wants to see it. No one's here for it. No one wants to see ballistic missiles hit North Korea and start another Korean war. No one wants more war. We're done with it. We're tired of it. But again, the obvious is you're telling a country who's been told how many times not to do this to stop doing this. And you think they're going to respond positively to outreach by verifying, like, oh yeah, melted down all of our nukes. We don't have them anymore. Come look, come on. Come to North Korea, I'll show you. You think that's really going to happen? So we can get past the false optimism of what they might say back. Are you going to send troops to take it away? Are you going to forcefully take it away? Or are you just saying don't touch it and letting them keep developing it? That is, at the end of the day, my question. And that should be the only question that anyone has. Not is North Korea blowing up the world? Not how big is the missile? No one cares. Are you going to stop them from developing it or not? It's really the only question.